basically on this, right, this is about this SanDisk, making sure this doesn't get dubbed out, but it's a SanDisk USB memory stick I've got, right, and you know, on here, right, it's saying, it doesn't say anything about Bluetooth, right, and what I discovered on this thing called Device Manager, you know, on this thing called Intel R8 Series USB host controller, right, and Device Manager, if you look at this, right, it's not detecting my my USB, right, and then I'll go on this and I'll activate enable, right, and then you hear that sound, and then it's saying removable disk D, right, and then I go to this thing called network adapters. I ain't even a computer savvy dude, by the way, so anyone who watches this will know more than me, but as you can see, right, these things have activated on this thing called network adapters, and even I know what a network is, you know, it's basically like internet, and as you can see, right, it's saying, and you can look, research these, if, well, anyone who's computer savvy will know, but you know, it's saying this one Bluetooth device personal area network. Well, that's already saying that it's something to do, you know, it's an adapter to a network. I've got them disabled already, it's cool. And then there's this Bluetooth device, RF com protocol TDI, right, you research them. They basically, you know, transmit data online. And as I said, I just discovered this, you know, from a lot of things the other night. You know, I just suspected that my laptop might have a GPS device in it, right, that, you know, still somehow controlled, because I noticed things were still being, you know, being interfered with when I deactivated the Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi or whatever. Yeah, but you know, when I looked at Qualcomm, this thing called Qualcomm or something, and there was something on my computer saying it's something to do with, it's basically got this word called SAT in it, right? And I thought about SAT and about my being suspecting about like satellite, to do with GPS, a.k.a. satellite. You know, I looked that up, and basically that's what I found out. You know, it's something to do, I believe it's the Qualcomm thing anyway, or it might be something else what was on it. Basically, there was something on it. If it's not that, it is to do with satellite control. Same as this Bluetooth bit on here, look, which I saw, right, which always reactivates when I turn it off from the main control panel. This always reactivates as well, man, the Bluetooth. And then there's a thing called generic Bluetooth adapter, Microsoft Bluetooth emulator, whatever, and this one, another one. And you know, these are just part of the things, and this is another thing, right? Like this Qualcomm thing, right? I disable it, and I even you know, uninstall it, right? And somehow, which have worked out for these controller devices, it kept on reinstalling on my computer, right? Even not connected to the internet as well. No internet access, and it keeps reinstalling itself, you know. And what I discovered as well, this thing called Qualcomm and Intel, and all those are part of the things what Edward Snowden leaked as connections with GCHQ and SNA and that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff behind it, man. These are just things I discovered using, you know, like these abilities I've got, man. Whatever my mind or in my gene. But yeah, man, what I'll do, right, is I'll deactivate this one, which is host controller, right. I'll disable that. And then Bluetooth is gone already off the thing. It's already gone. So yeah, you know, there's something weird about all that stuff already. And as I said, you know, anyone who's got a USB memory stick, when you watch this video, you'll realise, and you know, if you're not, especially if you're not computer savvy, you know, you'll say to yourself, if you watch this video, that's weird, you know, because everyone knows, you know, anyone who's not computer savvy, they're told, or they don't even suspect that these things have you know, uh, Bluetooth in them and that, you know. It's like some memory sticks and that. They have GPS things, tracking systems in them as well, you know. They're just like built-in chips and that. I found out as well. There's a lot of things, you know, that you don't know about. So, you know, there's a lot of weird things. Don't know if that's the thing, this Qualcomm. There was another thing, but it was labelled SAT, right? And basically when I looked at that and I thought SAT and this thing to do with GPS, I suspected from what we're seeing. And yeah, that's what I discovered, you know. Basically they are you know, this thing what I had on my computer. It's basically like a GPS thing. And you know, basically, you know what GPS can do. You know, that's coming from space. So yeah, there's a lot of sketchy things that people don't know about. I think it might be, I can't see it on my computer anymore. I can't remember what it was underneath, but it was underneath something. I think it is gone. I can't see it on there, but yeah, there's a lot of things people don't realise, you know. But yeah, as I said, these anything called controller as well. I worked out as well. Anything called